Part 2, The Storm Meets Shadow. Night did not fall gently over Igbia. It dropped like a curtain of warning. The moon hid behind thick, restless clouds as Ikena stood alone in the village square. The air tasted metallic, heavy with the promise of rain that refused to fall. Inside him, the presence of Amadioha was fully awake now, no longer a distant voice, but a living force coiled in his bones. It comes, Amadioha rumbled within him. Ikena's fingers trembled, then slowly curled into fists. Where? The answer came not in words, but in sensation. The forest, cold, hungry, wrong, the thing in the forest. At the edge of Igbia forest, the trees began to wither, leaves blackened, branches twisted like frightened fingers. Goats tied near the bush line bleated wildly and broke their ropes. Dogs howled and refused to face the trees. Something ancient had crept back into the world, a spirit the elders once whispered about in fear, Ohomio, the devourer of balance. 4 years it had slept, feeding quietly on the fading strength of the old gods. But now, Amadioha's return had awakened it, and it was hungry. Ikena steps forward, barefoot on the red earth. Ikena walked toward the forest. Each step felt heavier than the last, not from weakness, but from the weight of what he was becoming. Villagers watched from far away, whispering in fear, is that still Ikena? Or has the god fully taken him? Even Ikena did not know the answer. His eyes flickered, sometimes human, sometimes glowing with stormlight. Am I ready for this? He asked quietly. For a moment, the thunder god was silent. Then, no warrior is ever ready for his first storm. A faint smile touched Ikena's lips despite the fear in his chest. Then let the storm begin. The first battle. The moment he stepped into the forest, the temperature dropped sharply. Mist crawled along the ground. Then, a growl, low, wet, unnatural. From the darkness between the trees, it emerged. Ohomio. It had no single shot. It had no single shape. Its body shifted like thick smoke mixed with rotten flesh. Eyes flickered open and closed across its form like dying embers. Its voice sounded like many broken voices speaking at once. Should not have returned. The trees shook violently. Inside Ikena, Amadioha surged. Stand your ground. Fear slammed into Ikena's chest, raw and human, but something stronger rose to meet it. He lifted his hand slowly. The sky answered. Crack. Lightning tore through the clouds and struck his raised palm, but instead of burning him, it wrapped around his arm like a living serpent of light. Ohomio recoiled. For the first time in many years, the creature felt fear. Power unleashed. Ikena's voice boomed, layered with thunder, by the justice of the sky. You will not feed on this land again. He thrust his hand forward. Boom! A blinding bolt of lightning exploded from his palm and slammed into the creature. The forest lit up like daytime. Ohomio screamed, a terrible, shaking sound that scattered birds miles away, but it did not die. Instead, it laughed, dark, echoing, mocking. You are still learning. With terrifying speed, the creature lunged. Ikena's eyes widened. Too fast, too strong, too soon. Move. Amadioha roared inside him. Ikena barely roared aside as the creature smashed into the ground where he had stood, carving a deep crater into the forest floor. His heart pounded wildly now. This was no dream. This was war. The storm rises. Slowly, Ikena stood again, breathing hard, eyes now fully glowing with divine lightning. Fear was still in him, but it no longer controlled him. Above the forest, the clouds began to spin into a massive storm vortex. Thunder roared continuously now, not in bursts, but in judgment. Amadioha's voice rose within him like a rising storm tide. Good. Now fight like the god you carry. Ikena lifted both hands. Lightning exploded across the sky, and deep in the forest of Igbia, the true battle for the soul of the land began. Ikena shouted within him, I am Amadioha, the god of justice. Thunder and lightning, it's time to bring justice to my people.
This was no dream. This was war. Is that the only way?
Motivate us by following our social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Don't forget to comment and share this video. We are bringing back our Igbo cultures to life.